if we took this time, this is all we would do. But we do think that our story is a little bit of a faith story, and we may share that in common with others as well. But the good news is William Matthew is home. We got home Saturday at 9 p.m. After about 32 hours of travel, and he's healthy. Although we did have a scare last night, we took him to the physician. I think that's just a reaction to new parents, and we saw his head was a little hot, and we panicked. But he's okay, I think. But there are so many people I want to thank in this process, and this club has, we're overwhelmed by the kindness of the people in this club, and what you guys have done for us, and the concern that you've expressed, and the things that you've just done for us. It's just really, it's amazing, and it really makes me proud, and I'm proud to be part of this community and this club. And so thanks everyone very, very much. It means a lot to us, it really does. And it was just briefly, it was a twist of fate. We were there 8 days, and there were 4 or 5 times where things happened that looked like it was going to squash the deal. And we prayed constantly, and I know we had a lot of people praying for us. And the day we got there, the next day we were in court, and we had been informed that Russia announced on the 11th of February that they were ceasing all foreign adoptions to America. And we were told at that point that they didn't think it would affect us, but it could. And so we didn't even know if we were coming home with William, and it worked out where we were okay. We slid in under, but had we been a week later, this would be a different story. And in fact, we were with a couple on the first trip that we expected to be with us, and they had a problem getting their Homeland Security clearance. And so they had a court date set for 2 or 3 weeks from now, which we think is in major jeopardy. And you know, at Bob Higgins' Christmas party, I expressed concern to a number of the people that are here about this Homeland Security thing, and Congressman Price happened to be there that night, and Bob and Nikki Deep and some others orchestrated, and Dave orchestrated a conversation with Tom, and we got John Albers involved, and Senator Isaacson, and we got our Homeland Security expedited. And if it weren't for that, I'm pretty confident we wouldn't have a job right now. So thanks so much. Congressman Price, that's very, very nice. But again, there's several other pieces of the story, but we're just happy to be home. And I asked my wife if I could bring William today, and she said no chance. So maybe in a couple weeks we'll do that, and he'd love to be introduced to everyone here. And I think he's going to be a great, great addition to our family. So thanks again. There is a picture here, by the way, that'll come up last, which William will be a dual citizen for the rest of his life, and it's this one right here. It's what it is. It's me getting off the plane in New York, and that's the pilot. And the moment that I stepped on the soil there, he was officially, from what they tell us, a citizen. Of course, we had to go through customs, but that's officially when Russia couldn't take him back. And so that was we caught a lot of moments like that. That's another child that was adopted at the same time in his orphanage that was brought home from by a couple in Philadelphia. And but the temperatures there were, during the day, -10 and -15. So you can see we went to the Kremlin, but we could only stay out 5 minutes. And it was just brutally cold with blizzard conditions most of the stay. It's warmed up. I saw it's a balmy 0. So anyway, William was a trooper, and we call him, his alias is the Russian tank. I mean, he just is on the move. And we introduced him to our dog, a little Bichon. He's about the same weight. And the first day, they just kind of looked at each other, and he was on his knees, and and they just stayed about a foot apart, and they just stared at each other. And it was like a standoff. It was reminiscent of the Cold War almost. But I think they're going to get along. I think they're going to solve that problem. So, but again, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, President Dave. Thanks for letting me share this. I am bragging a little bit that I've had 2 uneventful things that have happened to me in the past couple of weeks that have really changed my life, that are really something. The first is after 30 years of running the nursing, being in the nursing home business, January 31st, I closed on selling my business after 30 years. So it really feels good that it's gone. It's open. No more pressure. So I'm still going to stay around for about a year to help them, but it's a good feeling. And the second thing happened this past week. I was fortunate to be able to attend the kickoff jubilee for the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth, in England, where I was able to have dinner at Buckingham Palace, and yes, shake her hand and get my picture taken, which will never happen again. So I'm unofficially known as Sir Robert. Thanks for letting me share.
Girl Scouts, it was incredible. I just want to thank them and the whole club for participation. 2,500 trees actually got planted, and we appreciate the support of the club. The check's for $4,000, and she's going to tell you a little bit, Rachel's going to tell you a little bit about what they do.
Thank you so much. Roswell Rotary Club has been so supportive to Foster Care Support Foundation for quite a few years now. I've got to tell you that since we opened our doors in 2000, that we have had over 28,000 foster children come through those doors. And what we do, for those of you who don't know, because we are getting a little bit better now, but not had a budget for publicity, so we take what we can get. Thank you, Adrian. We supply clothing, toys, safe infant equipment to the children who are in foster care homes. You know, when the children come into foster care, they don't come in with a suitcase. They come in with nothing but what they're wearing. And so you have to make sure those foster parents are able to provide for that. And the stipend is $14.50 to $18.80 a day. Well, that pretty much is going to feed the children. There's not much left after that. My husband and I had 50 children in our home over the years, and we realized that we really were missing out on a lot of great stable homes because of the cost of caring for those children. And so we thought if we had a support system to, you know, so that they could come in and get clothes and things they need for these children, that some of the stable homes that would love to do this, but yet, you know, they're looking at their budgets and they're going, it's coming out of our budget, it's coming out of our college education for our kids or our retirement fund, and so they hold back. A lot of these homes have been stepping forward and they love what they're doing. These are homes that want to help kids. They don't care about a paycheck, but they still want to make sure they stay secure. And so we have had, by the way, no government funds supporting Foster Care Support Foundation, so that's a pretty cool thing. I'm not sure there are any others like that, but we're the only Foster Care Support Foundation, and we serve all over the state of Georgia. We actually are the only one in the country. And so hopefully one day we can show other states how to do this, but Georgia's going to be the ones that lead. We also have a benefit coming up. We'd love for you to look on our website. March 10th is our annual All Kids Count Gala, and that's how we try to raise most of our supporting funds. Of course, you can always put us on your budget and support us otherwise. But we definitely love to see you all come and support us. We have the Georgia Tech president, Bud Peterson, and his wife Val, the First Lady of Georgia Tech. They're going to be our special guests and speakers. And have actually an auction item that is going to be having dinner with them at the auction. So that'll be fun if you're a techie fan. But just want you to know that you can come in and see the center, you can come and tour the center, come and see what we do over there. It's just unbelievable. Take a child that's come in and they've been abused and they're feeling pretty low, and you give them things. And that's how we identify ourselves, is by the things we've done, the things we've earned, the things we have. And these kids have all that taken away. So we try to give a little bit of that back. The state will pay for therapy, they'll pay for medical, but you know, they're not going to pay for the love, the kindness, and they're not going to have that in a state check. So this is a great way to help a child in need. So if you want to have any questions, I'll be here through the rest. And thank you so much for the support. This will help.
Everyone, I feel like I'm up here all the time, but I never get tired of talking about our staff. And it gives me great pleasure to introduce our staff of the month for February, Mr. John Ford. Mr. Ford came to Roswell High about 4 years ago from Harrison High School in Cobb County. And before that, he's a native of Gwinnett County, where he went to Brookwood High School. So we won't hold that against you, Mr. Ford. But John is a great teacher. He made an impression on me the first time I met him, and that it has not stopped. He teaches Spanish 1 and 2, and he also is one of our football coaches at Roswell High School. But more than that, I just observed that he is someone full of energy. He loves the kids. He makes sure that his lessons are relevant and exciting. He is great with parents and makes a great impression on our young men and our young women. And if I'm ever plucked again from school, John would be one of the teachers who I would love to follow me, because he exhibits everything that a teacher should be, not just at Roswell High School, but just at any high school. So on behalf of Roswell High, please help me congratulate John Ford, our Rotary Teacher of the Month.
Thank you very much, Mr. Huff. You guys are going to have to excuse my voice. I've been fighting a cold for about a week now. But it's just such an honor to be here. I want to thank Mr. Huff, not just for the outstanding principal he is or the outstanding leader he is. He is an outstanding principal, he's an outstanding leader. But I tell you guys what, he's a better person. And just somebody that's with him every day, and I try to stay below the radar, but just knowing what kind of leader he is, what kind of person he is, you guys are unbelievably fortunate to have him leading the high school in your community. And I'm just so proud and so honored to be a teacher, to represent Mr. Huff, and to represent you guys as a club and as a community. My goal every day, my job every day, is not to be served, but to serve. And that's what I view education as. My job is serving the community, serving my kids, doing the best I can every day to put them in a position to be successful, to put your kids in a position to be successful, to put your neighbors in a position to be successful, and their kids in a position to be successful. And that's just the mission that I go about with every day. And I'm just very thankful. Very thankful to the Rotary Club. Roswell is such a special place. It's such a special place to be a teacher. I grew up in Gwinnett County and I taught in Cobb County. And Roswell is an easy place to develop roots and grow deep roots. And it's not because of the brick and mortar. It's not because of any mission statement that you can put on paper, but it's because of the people. The people build the successful organizations. You always, whether it's sports, whether it's school, whether it's business, I truly believe that you win with people. And the people at Roswell are just absolutely fantastic to work with, work for. I'm biased, but I think we have the best kids. I think we have the best teachers. I'm so proud to represent Roswell High School. I'm so proud to represent Roswell football. I don't search for recognition, but when I get it, I'm very thankful because I think it reflects on my kids. The last thing I want to leave you with is a quote that I took off, that's on my desk every day. It's a quote by Albert Einstein, one of my favorite people, and he says, "Concern for man and his fate must always form the chief interest of all technical endeavors. Never forget that in the midst of your diagrams and equations." So whether I'm coaching football, or whether I'm teaching verbs, or whether we're learning vocabulary, concern for those kids and concern for the people is what I try to do, and I'm thankful for everything they do and you guys do to support us. Thank you very much.